Russia ratcheting up the nuclear rhetoric. For the first time in decades, the Kremlin plans to store tactical nuclear weapons beyond its borders in Belarus, a key ally wedged literally and geopolitically between Russia, Ukraine, and NATO. Belarus hasn't had a nuclear arsenal since the end of the Cold War. President Vladimir Putin telling Russian state TV Moscow would remain in control of the weapons, but the claim has still unsettled Western officials.
As soon as you use the word nuclear, regardless of what kind of nukes he's talking about, it's frightening and it gets attention.
A NATO spokesperson says there's no reason for the alliance to change its nuclear posture. However, she is calling Putin's remarks dangerous and irresponsible. The European Union's top diplomat issued a stern warning to Belarus, saying the bloc stands ready to respond with further sanctions. Now, Ukraine, for its part, is appealing for an emergency meeting at the UN Security Council to address what it calls this latest provocation by the criminal Putin regime. Washington, however, is downplaying the risk of escalation.
We've in fact seen no indication that he has any intention to use nuclear weapons, period, inside Ukraine.
Putin says 10 Belarusian warplanes have already been retrofitted to carry Russian nuclear weapons, and a facility to house them will be ready by July 1st. But he didn't say when Russia would actually send Belarus the nuclear warheads themselves. Experts say what Putin is proposing is likely bluster against the backdrop of his battlefield woes in Ukraine.
Let's look at his situation. He did not get a whole lot out of that meeting with the Chinese President Xi. He is now, the ICC has issued a warrant for his arrest as a war criminal. And then also the fighting in Ukraine isn't going very well. So the one thing that Vladimir Putin has all the time in his pocket is his nuclear weapons. But every time you do that, it does get more dangerous.
Putin says the move is a response to the UK's decision to supply Ukraine with weapons containing depleted uranium. And he likened it to the United States' storing of nuclear weapons in Europe. For City News, I'm Caryn Ceolin.